How's it going, everybody? Today we're just gonna be kind of chilling and talking about some random stuff, I guess you could say. Yeah, this is basically life update number 8, is what I'm considering it, even though I wasn't really thinking about doing that beforehand. So, in the last couple of weeks, it's been pretty exhausting. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. I think making these videos and seeing that you guys enjoy them and uh, genuinely just also talking to other people on the internet is just probably the most enjoyable part out of anything. And thank you guys so much for watching all my videos and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Uh, you guys like that. It's hard to put into words for me how much it really means to me that people are watching. So I just wanted to let you guys know I'm not exhausted of making YouTube videos. I'm exhausted from outside, basically just life in general. So the last week, I've worked night shifts, basically nonstop, essentially. So I've been working night shifts, and each night shift is about 10 hours long, um, and there's really never a moment to sit because where I live, there's no regulations on breaks in the state that I live in. There's no regulations on breaks, and there's also no regulations on being able to sit down or anything like that. So basically, if your boss is on kind of on you about hey, yeah, you need to be doing more, you need to be doing that, you have to. You can do it lazily, obviously there's always spite, but I don't like carrying spite in my heart, because when you start spiting things or doing things out of spite, you start living your life that way, and when you live your life that way, you don't bring anybody else joy or anyone else happiness, because in turn you aren't bringing yourself happiness because you're doing everything spitefully. So, and I'm not going to say that's 100% bad, I'm just saying that it it can become really bad. And that's kind of how it's just been last week. It's man, I'm just moving non-stop. I'm trying to work out. I said this in the last life update. I am trying to work out a little bit more. So it's imagine you work out, you work a 10-hour shift at night, and then you come home, and then maybe you have an hour or two to do something, and then you have to get to sleep, go, hopefully get a good night's sleep, wake up, get food, you hop on your computer, edit, record, and all this stuff, and it's just a lot, all at once, I'll say, because I think at the end of the day, all this will be worth it, not only for better quality and production in these videos, but it'll also be worth it to help me just grow in life in general. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand is like, yeah, I'm complaining about the exhaustion, but it could be much worse. I could have no job. I could have uh, nothing. My computer could break, it would make me pretty sad, I guess you could say. But all that at the end of the day is really a blessing. I'm blessed in the fact that I have these things. I have a job. I have a computer. I have the ability to upload to the internet, and I'm not religious by any means. So when I say blessed, I just mean uh, I'm grateful, and I guess I'm a little bit lucky in that sense, or not even luck, but I'm putting a lot of work into behind it. I don't consider luck something you really put work into, um, but yeah, it's just so interesting. It kind of takes a backseat to something that you kind of think about until you just are working, and then you just kind of fall over. Like yesterday, I got off. So I have 3 days off at this point. So, um, yesterday, I got off and I literally slept for 16 hours. Didn't wake up, didn't toss, didn't turn. Literally, almost stayed in the exact position I fell asleep in for 16 hours straight. That's impressive, bro. It really is. And I'm not big sleeper either. I sleep obviously, but when I sleep, it's usually never, oh yeah, well you're gonna sleep for 5 billion hours or something like that. It's no, I might sleep for 7 to 9 hours is usually like my good mark of I feel I wake up and I feel really good. I will say a part of this update I did want to say is setup is coming along pretty clean. Uh, gonna get some new lights here soon. I'm literally lighting off of my computer monitor right now, so it it'll just be a little bit of time. I plan on moving this camera up a little bit so it sees the background a little bit. I just couldn't figure out how to adjust my monitor because like it's very tight on there and it feels like I'm gonna snap it if I move it. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Might have to get some WD-40 on the hinges to help turn it a little bit. But yeah, like outside of just like the exhaustion from work and like trying to get everything built and done, I'm feeling pretty good though. And I hope everybody else is too. I think something to remember is like it can always be worse. And I think anybody who has truly hit like the point of rock bottom and has built their way back up can kind of understand what I mean by that. It's like no matter how bad a situation is, there 9 times out of 10 is a worse situation. And I'm not saying that for everybody. Some people genuinely are in the worst possible situation possible. But yeah, this is really all I wanted to talk about today. Was just a little bit of an update, what's going on, just kind of talking about my feelings and of what's happening. Got some comments saying that I should play Hollow Knight. So probably for our 100 subscribers special, we're going to do a Hollow Knight stream where I'm going to attempt to basically not in stream outside of like if our computer crashes or something like that, obviously, until we beat Hollow Knight is kind of my goal, is what I'm thinking right now. Um, I also have some weird setup. I might ask you guys for your opinion on it. I have two microphones right now. So I'm using our normal mic that we would use to record videos, stream with, whatever. But I also have another microphone set up because it's technically supposed to be better and it does sound crisper. But I have to, like, the mic has to be like here, basically. And I have to talk into it. And I just don't like that. I like being able to have you guys see my face. And I also like being able to see my face in the videos. So, but yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. If you guys need any advice or anything like that, obviously I'm not a genius. I haven't gone through everything in my life, but I'm always here if you guys ever need any advice or anything. So just leave it in the comments below. But have a wonderful night. Peace.